So J.Lo and Ben, are we sick of hearing about them? I
Yes.
mean, yes, a hard yes. They are all up in the news, but lately the big news is that J.Lo shared a tribute to her 2021 song Cambria El Paso on Instagram. This is all amid rumors that there's a split between her and Ben. That song translates in English to change the step, and it's this like really empowering track about dealing with a breakup. So she's kind of feeding the fire to say, and they've been photographed without their rings. Of course, they got married in 2022, and this is all like almost 2 decades after they were together, and then broke up. They broke up in 2003, and so we don't have to talk about her and Ben anymore. But I do think it begs the question, can a relationship work a second time around, or are you better off just letting it lie? What do you think?
I want to believe that second chances can work, and I do think they can, but I think you have to really both have evolved as people and worked on what made your relationship not work the first time.
Hmm.
And in this situation, I don't think that that's what happened.
Yeah.
Like everyone else, like you, I'm just like really tired of hearing about them. I feel like these are grown ass adults with actual families, and they should have just let bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
Right? And I also feel like, and this is kind of our journalistic backgrounds coming into play, but she so heavily publicized this marriage the second time around. I mean, there was like the docu-series or whatever she did with the album, like the music video, even like the wedding post, member from like Vegas.
Yeah.
Like she really shared so much. And then when she went on that press tour for that Netflix movie, someone asked about the situation with her and Ben, and she was like, "You know better than to ask about that." And it's like, do we? Because you put this all out there. Like
Right.
you wanted this attention, and now you're saying you don't want questions about the marriage, and I don't love that.
Yes. She's not your average human. So when we talk about
No.
them as a couple, like what they deal with is not what you or I deal with in relationships. But I do think you and I have had a lot of access to this celebrity. We've worked in this business a long time, and we know you sell your soul to the devil a little bit. If you let fans into your life, into your personal life, you can't undo it. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, as they say. So you have to make this decision. Am I going to share and open the doors for questions like that? Or am I going to keep it private? And I think we know Ben is very private. And JLo, he said it himself. She likes attention. She craves attention. I think he said in her documentary something to the effect of she can never get enough.
Mm.
So I think you're right. I mean, that they've both admitted that all the attention on the relationship is what broke them up the first time. And I think the lesson for people like you and I, us minions, us civilians, is just you can't go into a relationship again, no matter how much time and space you've had from one another, the same people you were
Exactly.
previously. You
I
have to do the work.
yes.
And yeah, it doesn't feel like they have.
I also feel like if you continue going back into doors or into spaces or places that you've been there before that didn't fully serve you, you're not leaving enough room in your life for other like treasure. As I once said to a friend, she was contemplating getting back together with an ex. And I was like, if you keep going back to the junk, you're never going to have room for the treasure
Yeah.
because you can't have both. Like, you can't have, there's not space, there's not time to have
Yeah.
both. And when you're like so focused on these things that didn't serve you, you're never going to like open up your heart or your world to things that could better serve you. So,
And like, let's not dismiss the fact that it is scary to like step out into the unknown. Like Ben, just using Jen and Ben as an example, Ben is someone she knows. And I'm sure just from like my outside looking in, it appears that there was unfinished business there, and that temptation to like see if there's still something. Like, of course, that's so easy and so human. But I think you're right. It's like, let things go. Like, let the past live in the past and like step fearlessly forward into whatever could
Yeah.
be there, you know? I
Yeah.
think that's a good takeaway for people. But
I like
yeah.
Jennifer Garner.
Yeah. Team Jen Garner. I know. I love her TikToks, man.
Oh,
She
yeah.
could not be cuter.
I really do admire her. Okay.
National treasure.